This isn't the orange chicken you grew up eating, but I get it now, why you loved it. I used to be that chef who rolled eye at American Chinese food.
Slow simmered sauce. And dragon fire.
Panda Express original orange flavored chicken.
Until I realized it wasn't fake, it was yours. Very good. When I first started cooking in America, I thought I had something to prove. As a Singaporean of Chinese descent and lived in China for 5 years, I made Chinese food that's regional, nuanced, not that sweet. And then someone asked me for orange chicken. I was annoyed until I realized that's what you grew up with and that's your version of comfort, and I had no right to dismiss that. We all crave the food that raised us. This dish is me meeting you in the middle. I don't know about you, but I really like my chicken juicy. That's why I always lean towards chicken thigh more than chicken breast. Why is my chicken like more yellow than usual? Basically, I air dry them. This is one restaurant secret that nobody tells you why. Proteins are better because we air dry them for a day or two. This is when it's not air dried. And these are the parts that's air dried. Almost like crispy dry, that's why it's air dry. Does that make sense? Honestly, it's surprising hard to find chicken thighs that are boneless and skinless in the United States. So I just debone them myself. You glide the knife along the bone, slip it under, and it pops right out. Season the flesh side with salt, white pepper instead of black. Give it some subtle warm heat without overpowering. I'm adding Chinese spice to the marinade because it pairs well together with the orange. Get your pan to medium-low with a bit of oil, skin side down straight into the cold pan. That way the fat renders slowly and you get ultra crispy skin. I like it low and slow because it gives you better control and avoid burnt bits. Let it go until the skin is deeply golden and crisp, about 5 to 7 minutes, then flip to the other side. Cook until the internal stage is 165 Fahrenheit. Take it out to rest on a tray, and if you want to keep it warm, pop it in a low oven. As far as I know, most American Chinese restaurant uses orange extract or color and corn syrup. I'm using fresh orange juice. It's still American Chinese in spirit, but I'm doing it my way, the way I prefer it. Okay, I have 2 oranges, so I'm gonna start with the first one. Zest before you juice because you can get even more orangey aroma. But don't overdo it because it can get bitter. Fresh juice is best here, you get brightness that you can't get from carton juices. But if that's what you got, it's fine too. Any kind of orange works. If you want to get fancy, supreme the second orange. Remove peel and pit, then slice out the segments. These clean wedges make a great garnish. Next, get your aromatics ready. Thinly slice fresh ginger so it infused quickly into the sauce. I'm using only the bottoms of the scallion for the dish, and cut the Fresno chilies into rounds, leaving the seeds in because they are not too hot, but you can take them out if you want less heat or a cleaner look. Now let's char the scallions bottom. A hot pan with a little oil and salt brings out the sweetness and gives them the smoky depth. Just flip to get color on both sides. It's a simple steps, but it adds layers to the dish. Time to build that sauce. Start by sprinkling regular sugar evenly into your pan. It's a classic Chinese technique like for Hong Shao roll. Spreading it out will prevent clumping. A splash of water can help it melt faster. Watch for the color change. It'll go from clear bubbles to a rich amber. That's your clue to lower the heat. Deglaze with fresh orange juice. Don't you love the sound of the sizzle? Using your spatula to dissolve any sticky caramel and get it smooth. Add the ginger slices to infuse along with soy sauce and vinegar mix. I'm using champagne vinegar here for a subtle tang, but rice vinegar works well too. If you are cutting back on sugar, this is where I add monk fruit sweetener. It just dissolves right in and balances the sweetness. Then I finish with a pinch of orange zest for extra fragrance. Once your sauce is silky and bubbling, nestle the chicken back in, skin side up, so that it absorbs the flavor. I also like adding the chili and scallions towards the end so they stay bright and don't get overcooked to death. Give it a minute so to finish simmering, just enough to glaze the chicken, then you're good to go. So now your house will smell like chicken, orange, and 5 spice. That is music to my ears. So you can plate it however you want it. You can pair it with jasmine rice, bok choy. Skin is still crispy. And then the sauce. Put it around the chicken. I won't put the sauce directly on the chicken skin as it will defeat the purpose of making the chicken crispy in the first place. Next, we'll garnish with cilantro, some of the remaining greens, the orange supreme, in case you don't know it's orange chicken. Odd numbers is always more presentable when you do presentation. Keep that in mind. If it's 2, make it 3. If it's 4, make it 5. And that's it! Orange chicken my way. So we're gonna dig in. Gonna try the chicken. Looks juicy with a bit of the sauce, orange, chili, and sweet spring onion. You can taste the crispiness of the skin. A bit of heat, like beep. Fresh orange just cuts through, and the sweetness of the spring onion is, as you bite into it, it just like explode. Really good. I used to think being authentic was about staying loyal to the right version of food. But now I know authentic is about honesty, about honoring your story and mine without shame. So here's my version of orange chicken, not traditional, but intentional and full of respect. If orange chicken was part of your childhood, I hope this version brings you some of that joy back to you. You'll find the full recipe on Substack page. If you subscribe, you'll also get some extras and tips beyond a YouTube video. Follow me on my journey here on YouTube, so please like and subscribe. And tell me in the comments what are your childhood favorites you want me to explore next. See you next time!